Baby cakes, we're going to go through a crypto secret. But first, you are a cold Kit Kat from the fridge, left drawer. Thank you very much. Let's go through some secret that you're not going to know until it's too late. And you're only going to hear it from me. Why? Because I love you. We are friends. Thank you for liking, subscribing. Look at this. Most likely, your crypto portfolio target won't be hit. Yes, it's true. Whatever number you have, you got to lower it. And then lower it again. So instead of $1 million, it's going to stop at like 600K. That's where the top tick is going to be. It's going to go, whoa, boop, and it's going to come back down. Now your 1 million, right, is going to be up here. And it's going to pop 600K and then come back down to like 500. And you're going to think the next leg is higher. It's just going to sit there. You're not going to know. I mean, you've been holding for 3.5 to 4 years at this point. How are you to know that this was the end? You're not going to know. So let me continue. So instead of 1 million, it stopped at 600K. But then Bitcoin, maybe you've heard of it, will drop 50%. So our altcoins, every single one, ChainLink, PulseChain, PulseX, Hex, Poor Pleb, doesn't matter what it is, they're going to drop 75%. Bang. And that's it. And you're not going to have time to react because it's going to be you holding for 4 years, which is 48 months. How are you to know the very end when it's the final 2 months, the final 60 to 70 days? Because those final 60 to 70 days, that'll be the one where it goes up, it comes down, and then instead of making a return to the high, the next leg actually is lower. And there you go. How are you to know that? You won't know that. So let me continue. So here's the thing. Remember I said your altcoins dropped 75%? That's how you know it's kind of confirmed to be over. So now look at this. You were anchoring in your mind for $1 million. All right, that's what you were thinking about. Everybody has his number. Everybody has a number in their head. I'm telling you from firsthand experience. I'm telling you I can read the crowd. And I'm telling you right now, everybody will get absolutely molested in the next cycle with significantly diminished gains again. All right. So instead of $1 million, you now have 150K. All right. And of course, because you know I'm giving you this example, you are constantly saying in your mind, I'll get out, I'll get out, I'll get out. No, you won't. No, you won't get out. You didn't hold for 3.5 years through the most disgusting, worst bear market of all, robbed from a bull market. You did not hold this whole way to get out minus 85% lower than your target. Because, of course, the first 3.5 years, they kind of just recovered and went up. So, of course, you're not getting out. So, this is what happens. Do you exit for your $150,000 when you had $1 million target? Nope. No, you don't. And that's why you'll hold in the next bear market. Look around you. Look at everyone around you in every community that you know. And you're wondering, how are these idiots holding? Now you know why. That's exactly why. You will look back at the chart and you'll say, well, I want to get out. Here's the problem. Diminishing returns. People are coming in and you're going to see. So I have a chart here. We're going to go deeper. I want to show you this for you. And yes, I am in the roses and fairies camps, but we're here. I've got to prepare you, okay? Because I'm here getting prepared. So I'm here. I'm sharpening my swords. I'm doing my closed grip push-ups. I'm doing my pull-ups, doing deadlifts. We're squatting. We're doing the whole shebang. We have to be ready. These biceps are pumping. Look at this. This is exactly what happened in 2021. Do you see this? Now, you don't see anything. You just see, oh, rounded top. Okay, let's go deeper, friends. I want you to see something. And I'm going to show you examples because you won't believe me. Because these are weekly candles. You see Bitcoin here. It went down here. And then it confirmed down here. There you go. Do you see this minus 50% mark? Please confirm our friendship in the comment section if you do see this. See that minus 50%? All the altcoins, most of them, they were already down minus 75% by this point. So BTC minus 50%, that's how you can kind of smell there's danger with the end of the euphoria. So in euphoria, then there's so you have a euphoric burst, complacency, and then it comes the next leg down, and now it's minus 50%. So we see that, right? But alts are not down minus 50%. Alts are down minus 75%. Okay, so here's the thing, right? You're probably still thinking in your mind, okay, well, I guess if I have $1 million portfolio target, I guess I'll get out at $250,000. Wrong. It does not stop at your target, my friends. It doesn't stop at your target. It stops under your target. That's why I told you your target is 1 million. This is in every altcoin. You never get to 1 million. You don't even get close. You get like 600K. And then the next leg is down. All right. The next leg is down. And of course, you didn't get to your target in Bitcoin because Bitcoin's barely moving. You got the laggards and the skeptics in. You now have Peter Schiff in there. You've got mum and dads buying through BlackRock. So it's going to be even more diminished. And you don't have infinite QE to even support that narrative. So you're in all altcoins with me. We're all in alts. But that next leg is minus 75% down. And unfortunately, that will be the last time you ever see that price for multiple years. And yes, I have examples here to show you. We can go through almost any coin you can think of. See, I don't even have to pick one. I can pick basically any coin, friends, and that's the harsh part. So this is Bitcoin, right? So let me show you, before we even go to the altcoins, I just want to show you how diminishing we are getting. Bitcoin, 20,000x. Then it was down to a 600x. Now, this is from the low to the high, okay? From the very low to the very high, 600x. Of course, nobody buys and sells that. So you get this. Now it's even worse than what you think, all right? So you now have 600x. Then the John McAfee cycle, 2017, the Ethereum cycle, it's down to 100x. You move forward, it's down to 20x. And by the way, just to re-add to you, you see this cycle, friends? This was infinite QE, and this was 0% interest rates. This was infinite printing. The money printers literally going berserk, handing out money for people. It was still a diminished return significantly. Significantly. Okay. So then we have the Poopie. All right. Now, maybe in the next cycle, we only get this little Poopie 5x. Maybe. So, I mean, are you going to take that chance? Because that's why I have my Bitcoin stopping around $80,000. And that's actually what you get. If you do 5 times the low, 5 times, I'm going to do it for you right now because I know you don't believe in maths. 5 times $15,400, friends, is $77,000. That's the truth, right? I wish it was different. Trust me, I wish it was different. I don't want to see anybody in pain. That's why I'm here giving you this information for free on my YouTube and my Twitter. I'm here to help. I'm here because we're gonna do the best out of everyone. We're gonna do the very best we can. It's not gonna be perfect, but we're going to try. We're gonna be the hungriest wolf. So you can see these diminishing gains. And this is where it gets even more rough. Because this is the thing. In this cycle, the Ethereum cycle, do you see these candles that came here? This is where everybody learned. This is why everybody got screwed in 2021. Because everybody saw Bitcoin went super euphoric. It basically tripled in 6 weeks, literally from 6K to 20K. You see this in 6 weeks. Okay, look at this. Bang. How about that? Okay. In 1.5 months to 2 months, it tripled. The final blow off. And then there was a final catastrophic sell, complacency. And in this sell off, altcoins went freaking ballistic. Verge did a 1000x. Everything went nuts in the final month. This is when XRP also went nuts. You had Ethereum finally climbing to $1,400. Final rush of euphoria into the altcoins. So we used this pattern to participate in 2021, and it did not help us at all. Okay, it didn't help us at all. You see, Bitcoin did not have any of these triplings in such a short amount of time. Okay, you did not have a tripling of Bitcoin in 6 weeks. All you had a tripling of Bitcoin. You see this? Instead of 6 weeks, you had $20,000 in December, and then it went to 60K May. So after 5 months, it was up here and it was just shimmering around. All right. So no one knew what to do because everybody, if you go back and look at most of the tweets. You can even go back and look at Richard Hart tweets. Richard Hart, he actually tweeted, he goes, oh, this is for the first time, it's low volatility. Hooray for Bitcoin holders. So if you actually read between the lines, he was kind of hedging himself, saying, I think it's the top because it's euphoria, but we're doing this rounded top weird pattern. So you can go back and check his tweets. He actually says this. And so when you've been around in markets enough, friends, you know that there's either some evil Satan behind this, but whatever the market pattern does, it's always the pattern to screw the most amount of people every single time. You're probably wondering, how did this screw everybody? Well, it was because every single Bitcoin top before was a super pointy euphoric blow-off. This just went up. China insiders were dumping the whole time, and then China banned it. And by this point here, alts were absolutely destroyed beyond imagination. And that wasn't even the final top. The final top was later. So I can even then show you, what about November 2021? We can actually go back and I can show you. For example, here's just ChainLink, okay? This is exactly what we're talking about. ChainLink was in May. By the time, this is the crazy part. Look at this. This was that, you know, that we just showed you, the China dumping. Look, ChainLink is here, and 1 month later, you are down 70%. Look at this. 2 months later, you're down 72%. It's over. See you later. See the devastation? Look at this. You're like, what the hell? Here you go. You're on the way to the targets, and then, nope, straight minus 70 to 75%. It is literally game over, okay? Here's the problem as well. If you go up, you like hold it, and then you're waiting for Bitcoin to hit that 100K, they were down. It was literally game over. Look at this. You're down 75%. Remember my example. I said you wanted 1 million. So I have a little target here. You wanted 1 million. You hit 600K. Next stop for your portfolio is 150K. This is literally everybody in crypto. Everybody. Everyone you see right here who's still holding, this is what happened to them. Every single person. So don't think everybody who's in is stupid. They're not stupid. This is most likely going to happen to you because you think that everybody holding these coins was up 200x and they wanted 1000x, so they kept holding. No, most likely of all the numbers, people were only up like a 7x and they thought it was going to go 30, but the next stop was back down to 2x. That was the next stop. Nobody was on side. Barely anybody was on side. Only the few coins that we can talk about were on side. And even if you go check my record, many of these coins, absolute Poopie McPoop, not many people were in them. And I held the whole way. So a lot of these was bought during complete despair and depression. So a lot of people were missing from these and they're not going to get it. This is what I got, right? So you got to think about this, friends. If I got extreme, if I top tick these are great. Look at these returns. 11, 9, 13, 13, 17, 10x, 10x, 9, 10, 10, 10. Right? Yeah, there's a 40 in here. There's 108x. But for the average person, divide these by 3. So when you see a 10x, that's a 3x for the average person. When you see a 9x, that's a 3x. When you see a 12x, it's a 4x. So it goes up 3 to 4x, bang, 80%. That's what average experience is. That's what's literally 80 to 90% of people experience this. And you might say, oh, what about the other coins? Well, here's Doge. Look at Doge, for example. Okay, Doge, super strength. When Doge was done by that China May dump, it's 77% down. Goodbye. It's over. Look, I'm going to move it to where Bitcoin topped here. Look, you're down 80%. It's literally over. Look how fast it is. It's literally gone. So don't forget this. That's why I'm sharing this with you. I hate to give you this formula, what I'm about to tell you, but I can't hide the truth from you. I'm just being completely honest. I've noticed in every cycle, the diminishing gains are so aggressive, it wants to make you cry because we are down to like 10x from the last cycle. So everybody thought we were going to get 30 and 50x. We only got a 10. So let me tell you something right now. Everybody thinks Bitcoin is going to do just a 10x. It's going to go to 150K. Well, every single cycle has been a letdown. Every single one, I promise you. So if Bitcoin doing 10x is going to be let down, I don't know, divide that by 3. Because that's what seems to happen every time. If you find everyone's expectations and you divide it by 3, that seems to be about the maximum. Very sad. So I can show you so many, for example. I can even show you like Cardano, or Cardano, Charles Hoskinson coin. So Cardano, everybody thought it was going to $10, right? It was going to $10. Where did it stop? It stopped at 3. So $10 is up here. Okay, this is where everyone thought it was going. It did not go there. It stopped at 3. So I'm even going to show you on a regular chart what this looked like. So everybody thought it's going to continue going. Have a look at this. So this is where it gets even more nasty because Cardano topped in August 2021. Look when Bitcoin topped. Okay, Bitcoin topped here. So have a look at this. Bitcoin had topped here, friends. By the time Bitcoin was 50%, look at this. You see this? You see this where I am here? See right here, this arrow? Look at this. You're still holding Cardano. Look how far down you are. You are down 74%. Surprise, surprise. Now, if we go back to my tweet, this is why I'm not making this number up. Focus on this part. I promise you, okay? Bitcoin will drop 50%, but you won't know when, but that will be the last time Bitcoin is ever able to bounce. And there'll be no warning, there'll be no signal, it will just be the last one. And everybody is still in the market. And then your alts will be down 75%. And that's it. It's over. So now that we've gone through this, I understand it's scary. I promise you, there's only one way to win. You have to increase your position size in the depression. You have to do as much as you can. Because if you don't, who else is going to save you? No one's going to save you, friends. Leverage isn't going to save you. Trying to buy the next Pepe meme coin isn't going to save you. I mean, I've tried to do all the research there, but there's just too much junk and scamming out there. And there's so many thousands of coins, it's impossible. So this is the important part to remember. When you're seeing these coins, don't think you're going to be some sort of genius and like pick a top because you don't know when your top is confirmed. All right. So the market's always pinging up and down, up and down, up and down. You don't know when it's eventually going to stop. One of these pings is going to be the last one. It just goes down off the screen. You don't know when. You're holding every single day, every single week. You're training yourself. So that's why I've been telling you time again, friends, during the depression, yes, I face a lot of public scrutiny from the poopy heads, the toilet paper hands, the smelly bears. They say scammer. They say all these words. Blah, 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 blah. No one cares. No one cares. All right. I'm strong. I have the mental fortitude of a brick wall. They don't impact me because these people, they're just losers. Forget about them. Okay. They are Reddit mods. Their girlfriends are sleeping with everyone in the neighborhood. Don't worry about them. I'm here. I worry about you. I care about you. This is why I'm telling you. In this game, it's not the difference between winning a bit and winning a lot. In this game now in crypto, it's literally you're either a winner or a loser. And I promise you right now, the winners are buying in the depression zones. The winners are buying altcoins that are down 90% or less or deeper, okay? The winners are expecting Bitcoin to be scammed by BlackRock, the evil shadow overlords, okay? If we get this double top, this triple top, I mean, it's over. Well, what are you going to do at this point? Okay, well, it's literally over. What's going to happen next? So I'm not doing this. It's not to scare you. You got to prepare, okay? Yes, war's coming. Get your helmet on. Get your cute little fluffy slippers on and pack your ammo because we're going to need it. And so my final message for you is when Bitcoin tops, when it goes to the danger zone, which is going to be $70,000, $75,000 to $80,000 will be a danger zone. Whether we go up or not, it doesn't matter. It's going to be some sort of danger zone here. When we get there, you can at least relax knowing one thing. You can at least know that the game's pretty much random. So whether your coin is 10% of the way of your target or 30% or at your target, most likely it won't be. Anyone won't be at the target. I'll promise you that. I hate to say it, but I promise you right now, our targets for Link, Hex, PulseChain, PulseX, give you like literally, I'm not joking with these odds. There's about a 90% odds that we're not going to be anywhere near the targets that you think. What's everybody thinking about in Hex? Thinking about $1. What I know is, I'm just telling you right now, friends, everybody's thinking about $1 Hex, for example. From everything I've studied, from everything I've been in the markets, you divide the target by 3. That's, and I hate to say it. I hate to say it. You divide the target by 3. So yeah, you might be saying, that's crazy. 33 cents for the next Hex top? Well, yeah. I didn't make the rules. So if it gets there faster than I think, man, that'll be great. But what are you going to do if Hex is 30 cents and Bitcoin's 85,000? I know no one's prepared for these scenarios, but there's a lot of scenarios people aren't prepared for, you know? For example, XRP, did they ever think that they'd still be down against Bitcoin after 10 years? There's a lot of things going, friends. So you got to prepare for every single scenario. And if these numbers scare you, that is a signal again. That means you are underexposed, all right? Now, obviously, this is all dependent on Bitcoin. So, hey, if Bitcoin is like 50K, if Bitcoin's 50K, and for example, ChainLink and Hex are like near their highs, that'll be fantastic. I'm just telling you, there's been no cycle where some sort of redemption recovery has ever happened like this before. It hasn't. It's always been a letdown. Crypto is full of disappointments, friends. But you know who doesn't get disappointed? The people who go super hard in the depression. They don't get disappointed. They're the ones who are like, wow, can't believe this happened. So you got to see what side of history you're going to be on, because you've got to evaluate yourself. You got to be ready for everything, you know. You got to be ready for everything, friends. I'm telling you right now, whatever the targets land at, it's outside of our control. But I want you to have a think about what prices would actually get everybody to hold forever. And I'm telling you right, it's so easy. For example, Bitcoin, like going to 180K, no one's getting out there. No one's getting out there. What about our altcoins, right? What about Chainlink? Chainlink's at $50. What if we get back to $50, poke above it? You think the next leg up? What if Bitcoin scams us down? You have to be prepared for these scenarios. And of course, how do we get prepared? We know we're going to trim there. And of course, the crowd's going to be yelling and angry, etc. But who cares, man? You saw this example. So the reality of the situation is, if you miss the top at any point, your next leg down is 75%. That's where you get a chance to think. So if you're looking at your portfolio, let's say you actually look at your portfolio. Let's say you have 300,000 at some point. 300,000, and you say, man, I want $1 million. Well, that's okay. You can want $1 million. I'm just telling you the way crypto works, how disgusting it is. If 300,000 is your top, the next leg you'll be able to actually think about what to do will be, for example, 75,000. And no one gets out. That's exactly how you get a bear market, friends. That's why people capitulate at the end. There's people who say, hey, I don't want to take 75K. So then when it gets to like 22K, they sell because they're like, I'm just done with it. Okay. So this is the reality of the game. What I've described to you, it's not a hypothetical. What I've actually described to you is every single crypto cycle. I promise you, we've gone through this every single time. I mean, I don't have to promise you. I just literally went through every single cycle happens like this. There is a diminished return in all the altcoins every single time. And there are people who say, nope, we're going to keep going higher. So this is the scenario we're going to be dealing with. And fingers crossed, we're going to have the strength to make the right decision if it comes down to that. Tell mom and dad we're still going to make it. We still love them. Like, subscribe, press the bell button, or catch you in the next one.